The 5 qualities that will cause sensitive people to become used by more logically driven people. So what are the 5 qualities that sensitive people have that will cause them to become used by people who are a little bit more strategic and logical in their thinking? The first quality that really messes up a sensitive person is their sense of guilt for whatever reason. When we grow and we work to improve ourselves, sometimes the way we do that as a sixth sensory is by noticing where we can improve. But the only problem with the concept of improvement is that there's something wrong with us inherently, and that causes us to feel guilty. Maybe we feel guilty about our own sensitivity or our spirituality or being different from other people. Maybe we feel guilty because our parents were always ragging on us to do more and more chores around the house, and whatever we did accomplish was never really good enough for them. Maybe we feel guilty because we didn't push ourselves as hard as we should have in school, and we didn't really advance to the level that we really wanted to or were capable of. Maybe we feel guilty because we genuinely did something bad in the past and we haven't repented for it. Maybe we cheated on an ex-partner, or we dumped a friend because they weren't popular. Whatever they are, and they could be valid sometimes, you have to resolve those feelings of guilt, because what will happen if you don't is that a 5 sensory will catch on that you feel guilty about something, and they will use little digs to get to you and make you feel guilty. Maybe they will tell you not to hang out with a certain friend because they're jealous of that friend. Maybe they think the other friend is going to take advantage of you intimately. And the thing about that is, often 5 sensories don't care that much about jealousy, but they pretend they do because they want you as the 6th sensory to think that they care about you. But it's really a ploy for control. It's really a way to dominate in the relationship and attain power. And when they attain an imbalance of power like that, what's going to happen eventually is they'll disrespect you in that relationship, and eventually the love will crumble because there's no love without respect. The next quality that 6 sensories have, that 5 sensories can take advantage of, is anxiety. And that can happen in a lot of different ways. Maybe the 6 sensory is anxious that they'll never find another partner like this 5 sensory ever again. Or that if their relationship ever were to end in divorce or fall apart, that their reputation would not be so good to their clients if they're in business. Or maybe they're scared that if a person walks out of their lives, they'll never really feel that depth of love or attraction ever again with another person. Whatever those reasons are, if you feel anxious about losing a relationship, you're likely going to experience the loss of that relationship if you can't manage your anxiety. Because 5 sensories will test 6 sensories. They will try to see if you are jealous. They will see if you feel secure in yourself. They will see if you have a life and that you're busy doing things that are important to you. And the more of your life that you give away to a 5 sensory, the more likely they are to sense that you're afraid to lose them. And that's why you're giving them more and more. And unfortunately, a lot of religions can teach us to give more and more in relationships, especially when they're not going well. And that can actually backfire on us because we shouldn't really give people more than what they deserve. Otherwise, we're giving them opportunity to manipulate us. We may think we're showing up like an earth angel, but really we're just giving people opportunities to screw us over. So we need to really become aware of our own anxiety and our fear of loss, our fear of being alone, our fear of divorce, our fear of breaking up with somebody. Those things can really screw us over in relationship. And we have to get a handle on saying, I'm okay if this person leaves. I'm okay as a single person, and I'm really happy with my life as it is. I don't need another person to make me complete. When you have those kinds of beliefs embedded, then your anxiety is going to go way, way down. And then the next quality that 5 sensories sense and 6 sensories that they will use to manipulate you will be your lack of boundaries. So if you are letting the 5 sensory do whatever they want, if you're allowing things like threesomes or polyamory and other styles of relationship that might make you feel uncomfortable, but you feel you need to abdicate because that's the trend, that's what everybody else is doing. And if I don't, the 5 sensory is going to jump over to another relationship. If you allow them to cheat or be with multiple people, they will do that. And so you need to set the boundaries and expect loyalty from them. If you don't do that, they are going to take full advantage of the open relationship, and you're going to feel like crap because you may not be oriented the same way to go out and meet people in the same way that the 5 sensory is. And so it's very important that even if a 5 sensory shows a hint that they're going to cheat, that you are very prepared to leave if evidence shows up that they ever have cheated. And if they ask if they can cheat or engage in polyamory or threesomes, be very clear that this is not your lifestyle and this is not what you want. If you're willing to be responsible and experiment and you want to see what's going on in the society and what's going on with the trend, I don't recommend it, but whatever you decide as an intuitive, I mean, it's your intuition, it's your life, so I can't always, advise everything about your life, and I'll help you wherever you're at. But just be aware that you are always responsible as a 6th sensory for whatever you experience. So whatever goes on, that is your life lesson. And if it goes sideways, then you need to be responsible for that and learn from that. And maybe you'll come back around to my way of thinking and realize that maybe it's better to just go for straightforward traditional relationships. My next quality that 5 sensories take advantage of in a 6th sensory is the quality of mothering. So if you treat the 5 sensory like a child, you're accepting of them living with their parents, you're accepting of them not having a job or not having an income. If you're accepting of them playing video games all day, they are going to take advantage of you because they have no capacity to invest in you or value you as a person. The reason why I really recommend 6 sensories allow 5 sensories to give to them, pay for the dates, take them out and initiate relationships, it's because they will appreciate anything that they invest in. And if you give them too many opportunities to not invest in you, if they by definition don't have an income or don't have a place to live and they have no way to contribute to you as a 6th sensory, what's going to happen is they're going to likely take advantage of you because they're not going to feel that strongly connected to you. They're not going to feel that you respect them because although you can have empathy for people who have difficult situations, it's hard to respect them and love them as a partner, as an equal. Generally, as 6 sensories, we need to find some unique quality in our 5 sensory partners that we admire and respect about them. And if we don't find those qualities, what can happen is that we subtly disrespect them. And they can take advantage of the 6th sensory in return. And so that's not a position you want to be in. You don't want to be a mother to a 6th sensory because what's going to happen is they're going to take your mothering, they're going to take your energy, your money, your time, and they're going to get away with whatever they want to get away with. And so if you want to avoid that situation, what you need to do is pick carefully who your partner is going to be. You want to pick people who are independent, they live on their own, they pay their own bills, they're willing to take you out and pay for things. So you don't have to be a gold digger and try to get a lot of money from them, but they need to show some initiative that they're investing in you. And if they don't show any initiative, then they're probably not the right person for you. The 5th quality that 5 sensories look to take advantage of in 6 sensories is lack of self-esteem. Sometimes 6 sensories really struggle coming out of the closet and being okay with themselves. And 5 sensories can come down really hard on us and criticize our spirituality, whether we believe in guides or we believe in angels. They can come down really hard on us with their atheism. And then we have the habit of going inside and not talking to them about anything that is important to us. And this is a tricky subject because if you share a lot with them and they don't agree with it, you're kind of giving them open access to attack your belief system, which isn't really a fun vibe. Having said that, you also don't want to be so secretive and so in the closet that you're ashamed of who you are because it's different from the 5 sensory. You want to be open and committed to your spirituality. Doesn't mean you have to put it in their face, But you have to be in integrity, and you can't hide it from them either. There needs to be a balance where they don't necessarily have to agree with everything that you believe, but they do need to be respectful, and they do need to be aware of what you're doing in order to have the relationship be in integrity. If they're going to be a close person to you in your life, then yes, they do need to know certain things about you. You can't hide everything from them. But if a certain topic is just going to be triggering and difficult for both of you to talk about, then yeah, you can have boundaries around that and just not bring up that topic.